Hey, what it do? It's your boy King Dragon, and I am back with another episode of the Dragon's World podcast. And what do you know? You know your boy be on that music, and it is rap beef time right now. It is rap beef time. Now I said in a little clip that I only put on my Instagram for the podcast. So if you're not following the Instagram, hit Dragon's World Podcast on IG. I drop reels over there. But yeah, telling you. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. But yeah, so on my little video, I was talking about how Meg Thee Stallion was dropping her hits track, and in the beginning she was, saying she was getting stuff off her chest or whatnot. Uh, but so I did have a chance to listen to the hits track, and I also said in my little clip that I wish she would, just make music instead of feeling like she need to clear the air every time she speaks. Um, but the his tracks had some jabs in it. She took some shot at Nicki. Seemed like she took a shot at Drake. Of course, she took another shot at Tory. Um, there's a couple other shots in the his track. But a lot of people, of course, was talking about the Nicki shots, that she took shots at Nicki. Now, them barbs is something serious. So you can't just shoot at Nicki and think she ain't gonna say nothing. Which, I gotta say, initially, Nicki was pissing me off. Because as an artist, myself, you take a shot at me, I'm gonna be in that booth. I'm gonna be in my pen. I'm gonna be right on this microphone, trying to hit you over top of the head with the balls. But initially, Nicki came out and she was just tweeting. She was all on social media and she was tweeting, and everybody was wondering if she was gonna actually drop a track. Then she went on IG Live and she actually, showed a track that she had been working on, that she had, I guess, tucked away in the cut. And then she baited Juju on the beat, because apparently she had this beat for 6 years, and so when she went to go drop the track, she said Juju on the beat didn't clear it, which of course those who follow the Meg and story, which I've quietly followed, like I haven't commented on it, but I have seen everything that's been online, as far as, and I did listen to the Party Fontaine track as well, so I definitely was, I'm aware that he was saying that Juju on the beat is one of the people that she slept with. So basically, Nicki was pretty much trolling when she tried to put the beat out that she got from Juju on the beat to see if he would go against Meg, which of course he didn't clear the beat. So she had to get a different beat, but the beat she got was still similar to the beat that she played on live, but it wasn't that beat. Anyway. At this point, I have had a chance to listen to Nicki's Reply song, which dropped, technically today, but last night. Because it dropped at midnight, but of course, if you on Pacific time, like I'm on Pacific time, and like she's on Pacific time over in Cali, anything that says it drops at 12 a.m. is a 9 p.m. for us. So, I checked it out last night, and I will admit I had to listen to it twice, because Nicki did the Nicki voice thing where she changes her voice a lot, and it was throwing me. And But I think it was enough to still take round one of this. Just because of the simple fact is my only gripe with Meg, when she does her songs that have jabs in it, is she never takes the direct approach. She always takes the subliminal approach. And for me, the subliminal approach is we rappers, dog. If you talking about a person, just put a name on it. Like rap beef is literally a staple of hip hop. So like, put a name on it if you're gonna put a name on it. In my opinion, that's just how I feel about it. But like, so that was my gripe with Meg to begin with, is just that she did more subbing than anything. You had to, if you didn't know situations, and previously said things and previously done things, maybe you wouldn't be able to put two and two together. Um, so I didn't per se like the sub part. So that's what, for me, that was like a one up for Nicki because she went direct. Though I can say my gripe with Nicki's response is she pretty much tweeted all the things that she said in the diss track. So the diss track is mainly just the rap version of the stuff she already did on Twitter. However, however, I also get the vibe that this is kind of like charged up. Back when Drake and Meek Mill was beefing, he dropped a track called Charged Up, and it really, we knew he was dissing Meek, but honestly, it was more of a like a warning shot. It more than a diss. It was more of a warning shot. It's more of a, all right, I took a jab, but this is, I'm really coming for you. Like I really got one in the chamber that can knock out. So for me, it gave charged up vibes. Plus, Nicki said at the end of her diss that she went easy because she wanted to give her an opportunity to apologize to her mother in 24 hours. Now, if you don't know what she meant by apologize to her mother, a lot of the stuff Nicki was speaking on was talking about how Party said it. Party said it in his diss track where he says she swore to God on her mother that she wasn't sleeping with certain people, but she was. But then when she went to court and they asked her about the certain people, she admitted that she really had slept with those people. So that's what Nicki is referring to when she said you constantly lying on your dead mother, which it's kind of low. It's kind of low, but this was rap. When people get the beef in it, go low. You hear these drill rappers talk about people dead homies all the time. So in diss tracks, that there ain't no rules in dissing. If we dissing each other, we dissing each other. So, but I know for this sensitive generation, that is a super low line to cross for some. But for me, as an artist, I mean, it's low, but I can't say I wouldn't have went low if I was dissing somebody personally. Um, then moving away from the Nicki Meg beef, if you've been around music for a while, you know Eminem and Benzino got a history of disliking each other, diss tracks and things of that nature from way back when. But you also have to know that every time Benzino does any kind of interview, typically he takes a subtle or a slight jab at Eminem. Well, apparently, and you also know, if you know Eminem don't really respond publicly to people who take jabs at him. He don't really. come out in interviews and decide to respond to people too often. Usually he picked a random time on a track, and that's when he get it off his chest. And this time, to respond to all the many times of that Benzino has been shading him, he chose the Lyrical Lemonade just dropped an album where he collabed with a bunch of different artists, mostly young artists. But of course, we know, if you know, Cole Bennett has done quite a few, well, a couple of Eminem videos. Specifically, I know he did the Nat video, and he also did the Godzilla with Juice World video. So you know he has ties to Cole Bennett. So of course, Cole Bennett asked him to be a part of the album, and he dropped Doomsday 2. For those who don't know what Doomsday 1 was, Doomsday 1 was Juice World and Cordae doing a tribute to Eminem. So Eminem used the same beat, kind of slowed it down, sample wise, and though the song is only like a minute and 50 seconds, it is a minute and 50 seconds of him jabbing and punching at Benzino. Like, really. But it was really like light jabs, for real. Even, I think, even Cola Ray caught a stray. If you don't know, Cola Ray is Benzino's daughter. Cola Ray even caught a stray. Because I remember there was an interview she did, and somebody asked her if she would ever do a song with Eminem, and she said, you know, though she don't got no problem with Eminem, her dad and him did have differences for a long time, so she would respectfully consult her dad before ever approaching that feature. And Eminem basically said any chance of Coi Leray getting an Eminem feature is like in the toilet. Fast forward to, I think it was yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday is when I seen it on IG. Today is mainly when people talked about it most. But yesterday I seen that Benzino did a track, but he dropped it on IG as like a reel, and he pretty much did like a Eminem diss track. It's only like maybe a minute 30 long, something along that lines. But I listened to it twice, of course, but I hate when people take the culture vulture approach to dissing Eminem. Like, and then he did have a couple other jabs in there that was good, but the base of his diss was about Eminem being a culture vulture and mad that he ain't got no melanin. Like, I hate when people do that, because if, like, there's no proof behind it. And all the stuff that Eminem said about Benzino in his jab or his track were all like stuff that can be proven. Like, you can't prove that Eminem's a culture vulture. You can't even, if anything, Eminem speaks on black topics, like when it comes to police brutality and things of those nature. Eminem speaks on those kind of topics sometimes more than our own people that's inside our culture. So when you take the he just hating because he ain't black approach, it kind of stalls out, because there's so many artists that he put on that are black, and he comes from a black neighborhood. So it kind of really falls flat, because anybody who knows Eminem's history would know that that's not a good approach to take. If you're gonna battle Eminem, you gotta do it with the lyrics. You gotta keep it rap. and people don't always keep it rap, you know. But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. Uh, Nicki said that Meg has 24 hours to respond before she drops another diss track. And then I read her tweet. I read something on Twitter where somebody. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but I read something on Twitter where somebody asked Nicki. Well, somebody said, "I wonder if Nicki got another track in the chamber," and Nicki quote tweeted it and said she doesn't have another one. She has four more. And I'm like, damn, you got four more diss tracks. But I say that to say I wonder how long it's gonna take for Eminem to respond to Benzino now. Because at this point we got two separate rap beefs going on. One in the male rap side and one in the female rap side. This is interesting. I'm telling you, I'm excited. And it's probably weird to some that I would be excited about something like that, but man, I'm a rapper myself, so I sing and rap, but I'm a rapper myself, and I know how I feel if somebody take a jab or diss track. I have lived for somebody to diss me, cause I ain't never had to really just go at nobody, so I get it. I get it. I've always wanted to showcase my penmanship. So when it comes to and I'm a battle rap fan as well. Like I like battle rap. So I tend to tune into the battle rap. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this one here. But we gon' see how this ends. On either side. On either side. It's your boy King Dragon, and I'm out of here. Yiddy.